would know better than anybody, man. The pro wrestling fan in the IWC, we are a very fickle group of people. WWE unveiled the new World Heavyweight Championship, and a lot of people right out of the gate on Monday Night Raw said Seth Rollins, he's the guy. He should win the World Heavyweight Championship. WWE had two tournaments, one on the Raw side and one on the SmackDown side. The winners of each tournament would go on to Night of Champions and wrestle for the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins won the Raw side. AJ Styles won the SmackDown side. They meet for the world title in Saudi Arabia at Night of Champions. Now, a lot of people said Seth Rollins should win, and realistically, he deserves it most coming out of the Monday Night Raw side. A lot of people want Rollins to win, but on the flip side, a lot of people want AJ Styles to win that World Heavyweight Championship, but he is a SmackDown superstar. Now there is internal concern from WWE management over Seth Rollins winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, like I said, a lot of signs have been pointing towards Seth Rollins winning the World Heavyweight Championship, but it might not be that easy for the architect, the revolutionary, Seth Rollins. On May 27, Night of Champions will take place in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Rollins, like I said, will wrestle AJ Styles to determine the first holder of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Rollins has been many people's predictions since the very start of the tournament, but now doubts have been emerging. Rollins was spotted. Now, I saw this last night for the first time. I had no idea he was even in a movie. Rollins was spotted on the set of the MCU movie Captain America: New World Order. Because of that project, as reported by the Wrestling Online news account, WRKD Wrestling, the interview segments with Rollins that aired last night on Monday Night Raw were actually pre-taped. Rollins was not there because he was on the set of Captain America. Now, the concern becomes whether these kinds of movie roles are going to become commonplace for Seth Rollins, which would mean similar situations where he won't be able to be present at WWE shows. Triple H announced that the World Heavyweight Championship will go to a fighting champion that will defend the title with honor on a regular basis, unlike what Roman Reigns has negotiated in his contract. So this champion will be around full time. If Rollins wins and then ends up with more movie roles like Captain America, it would defeat the purpose of giving him the championship. And it would make Triple H and what he said about the world title pretty shitty. Because of all this, there right now is hesitancy in the WWE regarding Rollins winning the World Heavyweight Championship, and they are now leaning towards giving it to AJ Styles. Now, I didn't really know Rollins was even in a movie. I didn't know he was even up for that role or a supporting role in that movie. I saw that he was on set with Becky Lynch. I don't know what this means. Maybe he filmed a little minor part and he was there, he's done, and he's going to be back on the road for WWE after Saudi Arabia. So clearly, it's probably this week, next week, they'll do the second part of the pre-taped segment that they did with Corey Graves, and then he'll be in Saudi Arabia. I don't really consider this a big deal. I don't. He got his feet wet, he's in the movie, he's doing some acting, and then he'll be back on WWE television. There's no reason for anybody to be concerned about Rollins going to Hollywood all of a sudden and dropping the WWE. This man has been at the forefront of wanting this championship back on Monday Night Raw. You don't think he is going to do everything in his power to make that championship relevant and make it equal or greater than what Roman Reigns is doing with the Undisputed Universal Championship on SmackDown? I don't believe this story for a single second. So he's there, he's doing his thing, couple of weeks off. Soon as Saudi Arabia comes around, he's going to wrestle AJ Styles. He's more than likely going to win the World Championship. And then he's going to take on the role of being world champion, and nothing will get in his way. I don't really think this is a concerning situation at all for Seth Rollins, and the hesitancy coming from WWE, I would not worry about it at all. Now, if AJ Styles does win, he is a SmackDown guy. We talked about this on the Monday Night Raw post show. If you guys want to go watch that, it's in the channel section under the video section on my channel. So go check that out on the homepage. If AJ Styles wins the World's Heavyweight Championship, there's going to have to be a trade or a transfer of sorts. And I said, if AJ wins and they want to go with AJ, then they could trade Cody to SmackDown and have him be on the same brand as Roman, so you don't have to worry about giving him money in the bank to challenge Roman for the World's Heavyweight Championship, because they did everything, and I want to believe that they did this. They did everything with the strategy in mind. They put Cody on one brand, Roman on the other, and for some reason, everybody was wondering, what's going on? WWE is going to eventually bring them back together, and now we're all trying to figure out how. This could be the how. Either he wins the World Championship, AJ Styles, he gets transferred to Monday Night Raw, and then Cody gets transferred over to SmackDown, or Cody wins Money in the Bank, or worst case scenario, Cody wins the Royal Rumble, and we got to wait till 2024 for Roman and Cody at WrestleMania, which I am completely against. I don't think that's the best idea at all. So back to the original story, I would not worry about Seth Rollins at all. I think this is a minor issue. I think he'll be back, and he's going to win the World Championship, and he's going to be on TV every single week for WWE. AEW, they are actually under fire for using computer-generated AI t-shirt designs, and now pro wrestling artists are speaking out about AEW cheating the system. Despite much of the news headlines about the company centering around their new TV deal, supposedly ticket sales for All In, and AEW Collision debuting with the return of CM Punk, AEW has come under fire for using AI-generated t-shirt designs. On April 26th, AEW released 3 new shirts as part of their internal AEW Games brand that led to various artists and fans calling out the designs for appearing to have been created by an AI art generator. Some of these pro wrestling artists recently spoke with Paste Magazine to discuss AEW's decision. Angie, also known as Twilight Palms on social media and known for creating designs for MJF, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, stated this, and I quote, "AI art is cheap-looking and shady. The art that trained those models is stolen from thousands of artists, and most industries blacklist anyone who tries to get by with it. AEW has some of the most iconic merch in the game today because of the money wrestlers invest into real artists. There are other artists, for example. There's one in particular that makes the majority of Best Friends merch. You can't go to a show without seeing this work. People love it. Jacob, also known as JCP of JCP Designs, is another independent artist and designer that has worked directly with AEW in the past, emphasizing how disappointing that AEW is for using AI-generated designs. Jacob said this, "I've been interested in AEW since their very first press conference and have been a loyal fan since their first show. As I've been designing artwork for shirts for a few years now, it's been a personal goal of mine as an artist to work on shirts for their talent, and I have been lucky enough to have been afforded that opportunity a few times. As an artist who has been, or has had very positive experiences working with the individuals there, I am honestly very disappointed to see several designs that appear to be AI generated for some of their major talents. Many AEW talents have graciously worked with the incredible fan artists within their own fan community, something that separates them from much of their competition. Using AI generated art feels like a betrayal of that on some level," end quote. Now, AEW, they did reach out to AEW for Paste Magazine for comment, and AEW obviously declined to comment on this situation in regards to the fan backlash of their AI-generated t-shirt designs. That is a scummy move. That is a scummy move. AEW is, and these artists are right. Clearly, a lot of work goes into these t-shirts. A lot of time goes into creating these t-shirts, and then you have somebody on the AEW side cheapening the system, saying, hey, why pay somebody when we can do the same thing, if not better, with a computer-generated design on a t-shirt? Nobody will know the difference. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's about the love and the passion that goes into every design. It's about the fucking human getting work done and being paid instead of going through an AI-generated process where you don't use anybody and then you leave these poor artists out in the fucking dust without getting paid. Their work cannot be duplicated. They can't. And AEW is afforded something that WWE does not do and will never do. I don't know what WWE does, but their designs suck. I haven't worn a WWE branded t-shirt in fucking years. I can't even begin to tell you when the last time I wore a WWE branded design was. AEW is so lucky that they're in this niche where artists want to work with them, and these artists want to share their passion and their talents with AEW, with their roster, with their wrestlers, to get designs out there. Look at the vast catalog that AEW has on AEW Shop through Pro Wrestling Tees. There is nothing like it. They already own the best wrestling website for t-shirts and apparel anywhere. Nobody can touch what they do. And AEW is now ruining that by casting this shadow over what they're doing and pushing the artists to the side. That is a scummy fucking move. And if I'm AEW, I'm ending that immediately, and I'm giving these people the time to work with them and going through them for my work. It's all about money. It's all about money. It's a disgusting fucking industry, and AEW is acting like everybody else, man, leaving all the fucking hardworking people out in the dust, and they're cheapening the system by going through an AI-generated fucking bot for t-shirts, man. That is fucking awful. Imagine me getting the venue done through an AI-generated bot. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be me. It's not going to be personalized. You're going to get something that's very hollow and very plain with no personality if you use an AI bot. You go through these people, they're going to know exactly what the wrestlers want. They're going to know exactly what to do, and it's going to come out with personality, and it's going to come out shining. Imagine me getting the fucking venue done through an AI-generated bot, man. Imagine how lame it would look. It would never represent me, and that's exactly what happens here. These bots, the AI-generated t-shirts, are not really representing anything. It's just AEW trying to get away with saving some money. Awful. Absolutely awful situation there. I hope they fix that and rectify that very, very soon. Guys, I will be back with more news this week right here on Off the Script. If you want to, please hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for notifications. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000 likes minimum today on OTS. Make sure you guys go follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. And please go check out all the other videos that you might have missed. They are on the channel, on the homepage, so go check that stuff out, as we were live on Monday for Monday Night Raw, and we got a slew of news videos waiting for you over there, so go check that stuff out. Guys, I'll see you back soon with more news right here on Off the Script.